Disney Infinity 3.0 marks the latest installment in this fledgling Toys to Life franchise. But are the introduction of Star Wars characters and a plethora of new mechanics enough to invest in this year's edition? Disney Infinity games are usually separated into two parts: the playsets, or themed adventures that take place in various worlds of Disney-owned properties, and the Toy Box, a creative place where you can let your imagination run free and create pretty much anything you want. This year, the Starter Edition comes with one playset, Twilight of the Republic. It's an action-packed romp focused on the latter years of the all-powerful Jedi Order before the formation of the Empire. The story is focused on determining who has begun manufacturing droids again in Geonosis. While the campaign may start here, the playset opens up to 3 more worlds: Coruscant, Tatooine, and Naboo. This is an action-heavy story with a big emphasis on combat. This is one of the biggest changes made in 2.0, and it's even furthered in its complexity in 3.0. Fighting feels smooth and powerful. Air juggling enemies and delayed combos are some of the standout features here. It can sometimes even feel like playing a Devil May Cry game, while you dart from enemy to enemy, knocking them sky high and ripping them apart midair. It's no surprise though, because Ninja Theory, responsible for such games as DMC and Heavenly Sword, are back again to further refine sword fighting combat. Outside of the combat-heavy Geonosis, Coruscant will have you chasing bounty hunter Cad Bane for a stolen Jedi droid, Tatooine has you pod racing, and Naboo has you platforming to confront your final foe. Besides fighting battle droids on the ground, you'll also have the chance to pilot a ship in various space missions in between worlds. All the ground and space zones have optional side missions you can complete for more experience points and sparks or in-game currency. Most of these side missions are standard fare, like fetch an item or kill X amount of enemies. Overall, this is easily the most expansive playset there's ever been in a Disney Infinity title, and it makes for a fun introduction to the game. Now, the other major part, as I had mentioned before, is the Toy Box. This is truly where Disney Infinity sets itself apart. You can pretty much build whatever you want. This is where the true bulk of the content can be found. Now, to some, having the ability to make anything you can think of can be daunting or frustrating, because you just want to play a game. This is where the community comes in. Over the past 3 years, Disney Infinity has cultivated a community of some very talented toy box creators. Sometimes these toy boxes overshadow some of the playsets packaged with the game. The possibilities truly are endless. Along with this year's toy box comes a batch of new features. Farming puts an emphasis on growing and harvesting crops to feed your sidekick, who in turn helps you out in battles. At first, farming feels mindless or even boring, but eventually it becomes slightly addicting, harkening back to nostalgic feelings like those found in Harvest Moon on the N64. What starts as growing tomatoes and corn quickly leads to pizza and cotton candy. It's wacky, but it fits perfectly with the overall theme of the game. This is just dipping a toe in the pool, though, as we suspect that farming could pave the way for something far greater in future generations of the series. I just wish it had more far-reaching effects than just leveling up our pint-sized companion. Other new features include an arcade to easily access the best user-generated toy boxes, and a movie theater that allows you to watch the latest episodes of Toy Box TV, a show detailing new events and highlighting the creme de la creme of community levels. New tools inside of the toy box add layers of depth and complexity. For example, a path generator can be made to allow for vehicles to travel on courses determined by the player, or now a boss generator can be placed, allowing you to face off against a more intricate battle with a hardened foe. This is without a doubt the most complex and rewarding toy box yet. I mean, how many games can you harvest crops with Iron Man's repulsors or have Mickey Mouse fight General Grievous? One question you might have about the game is, what exactly comes with it? Well, with the starter pack, you get Anakin Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, the Disney Infinity 3.0 base, and the Twilight of the Republic playset. This can be a point of contention, seeing as the original Disney Infinity came with 3 playsets: Pirates of the Caribbean, Monsters University, and The Incredibles, and Disney Infinity 2.0 came with only the Avengers playset, but 2 toy box games. The other thing to keep in mind is that the price of Disney Infinity 3.0 is $10 less than the other 2. So the other question you might be asking is Disney Infinity 3.0 worth the price? As nice as it would be to say yes or no, it really isn't that simple. Disney Infinity in and of itself is an investment. If you have purchased one or both of the pre-existing titles, then buying it's a no-brainer. There'll be more of what you love with more depth in pretty much every aspect. If you are new to the franchise, then it really isn't a bad place to start. Pretty much all the characters from previous entries can be purchased separately, so you can pick and choose which ones you want to have with ease. Speaking of characters, that's where the game can get much more costly than $65, and that's before tax. New figures can go anywhere from $12 to $15, but they are far from cheaply made. As you can hopefully see in our video, these figures are made from pretty solid material and each one has a lot of personality. If you have kids, these can definitely double as toys to play with in the real world. Like I said before though, it's an investment in both time and money, so just keep that in mind. There's also the option of getting the game as a digital download if you want to forego the Star Wars starter pack and just get the updated toy box given you already have a Disney Infinity 2.0 base. Only had a few minor issues when playing the game. Loading times can be a bit long when initially placing your character on the base, and when entering various zones in the toy box. But these are forgivable in a game that's this big. Besides that, the quality of both the game and the figures are quite high. Also, the addition of the actual music can really hit you in the best way. John Williams really adds to all that is Star Wars.
It's General Kenobi! Run!
Or hearing the theme from The Incredibles blaring in the Toy Box hub can really put a smile on your face. If feeling nostalgic is your thing, listen no further as you take in the theme of the crocodile from Peter Pan. Ooh, so good. Overall, Disney Infinity 3.0 might seem like a cash grab that preys on kids and that tugs on nostalgia and the love of these enduring franchises. But that's not the case. With improved combat, expansive toy box options, and some of the best user-generated content in any game, Disney Infinity 3.0 is a must-buy for longtime fans, and worth a look for those interested in the Toys to Life genre, if you have the time and money to invest in the infinite. Like our review, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Also, leave us a comment below telling us about your favorite Disney Infinity figure. If you have the time, check out some of our latest movie reviews like The Man from U.N.C.L.E. or Mission Impossible 5 Rogue Nation. Also, look forward to our very first top 10 list about our favorite Final Fantasy summons of all time. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.